Hey, cool dudes. I just finally tried the HTC Vive for the first time. I've been looking forward to VR for a really long time. I've tried the Oculus, I've tried Google Cardboard, I've even tried PlayStation VR. Anybody can do a review of the Vive, so I want to talk about the Vive for low vision people. So if you're a low vision person, you probably are, or if you're on the fence, like you don't know if you want to order it or not, or you don't know if it's going to work for you, or if you're going to be able to see it. Good news is, I think if you're low vision, you should still be okay. The screens are super close to your eyeballs. Actually, I tried it at work. I already reserved it, but mine hasn't come, so I didn't get a ton of time with it. I just got to try it at work. But so the screens are really close to your eyeballs, and I'm told you can adjust it in such a way that they're even closer. I found the Vive was clearer than Oculus. Oculus was a little blurry, and PSVR, maybe because it's in its early stages, like, don't get me wrong, I pre-ordered a PSVR too, but PSVR was a bit blurry and really picky. If you don't have the angle just right, it's just all blurred out. Still an awesome experience, blurry or not. But the Vive, not blurry, very clear. I mean, occasionally if the lens was not where it was supposed to be, it'd be a touch blurry for a second, but super easy to fix, and I hear you can even optimize it if you know, like, your eyeball measurements or whatever that you can get from your eye doctor. Low vision people can see it, which is awesome. Menus are an issue, and I'm sure you've probably already heard this, but if you're blind in the real world, you're blind in VR as well. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means, say you're holding something, and it says something. You can't magically read it. You have to hold it up to your face, just like you would in real life if you're low vision. But the good news is, with room scale, you can just walk up to whatever you can't see. So that's also really nice. That's a huge make or break for me, is can I lean over and get close to it and really see it, or does my leaning produce no effect? Well, in the Vive it has an effect for sure. I am a little concerned about menus. If I played the Lab, which is made by Vive or Steam, so it was obviously high budget, but if you're playing some of the smaller indie games, my guess is they're not going to be so great at the designing of the menus. It might be a little small. When I tried Oculus, the menu for one, like a demo, the menu was like across the room and you couldn't move to go see it. So that sucks. I'm sure that's going to happen because not all developers have the luxury of, polishing it up like that. But for now, if it is polished, blind people rejoice because you can see it. And yeah, I would say this isn't really about being low vision, but it took me a while to get used to the controllers. I didn't really understand how they worked. I mean, I've seen them before and I get the concept, but I just couldn't tell. I would reach out to touch something, and sometimes if you're not pulling the trigger, you're not touching it, or if you do pull the trigger, you're not touching it. I wasn't 100% sure how it worked. I was trying to pet the little robo dog, and he looked like he liked it, but I couldn't tell what he liked. And walking around, you teleport to walk. I really hope somebody comes up with a better idea than walking around to teleport, because it kind of breaks reality for me. I feel like I'm inside of a game if I can just trigger on the floor where I want to be. Like, give me a jetpack or a levitation spell or something. Anyway, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer. I have now tried all of the VR. That's cool. That's my little nerd trophy. And I'd be happy to answer any questions. And if you're low vision and you're curious, I would love to give you my feedback or hear yours. So thank you.